Welcome back. I am going to do an intuitive read on the new moon in Libra that we just had. I've decided to do this one solely based on my intuition. I want to do it just based on what I know that I know. You know, a new moon comes with manifestations, right? A new moon in Libra is manifesting balance in your life. So as I always say, look at your chart, figure out where you have Libra in your chart. For me, it's my 10th and 11th house. So it's really highlighting relationships, creativity. Libra stands for beauty, creativity, balance, justice, divine justice, the scales, and really just tapping into that side of life that sometimes we ignore. You know, when we go for our walks, do you pick a flower or do you just walk because you're in a hurry to get it done? When you make a playlist, do you make it with love or do you just make it because you need new songs on a playlist? When you make that phone call to someone you haven't talked to in a long time, do you call them and mention something heartfelt that made you think of them, or do you just call them and say, oh, I'm only calling because I know we haven't talked in a while? What was it that made you call? What is the heartfelt thing that's there that made you think about them? Because Libra highlights the beauty of life. And with there being a new moon in Libra, it is really wanting us to highlight the beauty of our lives in the house that you have Libra in your chart, or maybe you have Aquarius or Gemini, but anywhere you have air signs, and you want to always check your angles as well. But for me, like I said, I have it in my 10th and 11th house. So it's really going to highlight my relationships and my creativity. I definitely have seen so many things happen in my own life as far as my relationships go. In the last year, 2 years, really, I would say I've had to cut everyone off. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that proudly. I don't say that happily. It's giving there's a thin line between love and hate. So when you're looking at the scales of karmic justice, it's more like, I love you all winter and I hate you all summer, because when it's cool, we're cool, but when it's on fire, I want to burn it to the ground. That's the balance of the situation. And one really has to ask themselves, is it worth my time? Because my time is invaluable, right? So is it worth my time? And if you find yourself always questioning your worth in a connection or a relationship, then it means it's not worth your time. So during this new moon in Libra, when you're manifesting new relationships and new balanced approaches in your life, you're really wanting to ask yourself, is it worth my time? Because my time is invaluable. That is the best way that I can tell you to look at the situation. When you're dealing with a new moon, you are going to call in manifestations. When you're thinking about things, when you're desiring things, when you want things, when you're praying about things, you're calling in that energy. So it's important to know, what is the energy that I am calling into? Am I calling in things, new things, from a balanced point of view? Or am I just desiring these things because I want them? And I feel like that's such an outdated narrative where it's like, yeah, you may want something, but is it the best for you? Is that what your life currently needs right now? Or do you just want what you want because you want it? I want chocolate ice cream, but if I eat it, I'm going to get a pimple. So the things that you want, are you willing to sacrifice for those things? Because if you're not, then don't ask for it. It's really pointless to call into new things, new relationships, from an imbalanced standpoint, because you will find yourself in this cycle again. And that's what we're releasing. We're releasing old doctrine. We're releasing old narratives. We're releasing old mind frames. And we're integrating our spirit in what we've learned in these lessons, the new and higher timelines, the ascension timelines, the ascended ways of doing things, so that we don't have to find ourselves at a full moon. We have a full moon coming up in Taurus, if I'm not mistaken, because we just had a full moon in Aries, Libra. Yeah. So you don't want to find yourself coming up, things that you've materialized and you're like, I really don't like what I manifested, or I really don't like the situation I'm in. So now I need to let all this stuff go. Or I need to let this or that go. But Pluto just went direct in Aquarius, and a new moon in Libra, meaning there's already a new way of doing things. You need to call in the things that your heart desires for your highest good. The things that your heart desires for your highest good. That's the balance. The things that your heart desires for your highest good. That is such a magnificent way of, thinking of it, because I was afraid. I was like, what am I going to say today? I don't really know what would be a good general message to tell them, or what I should suggest from my point of view, because it's really been hard on me. Like, I feel like I have no friends. I do, sometimes I get email about the situation, but I'm older now and friendships aren't the same. It's not like it used to be, and it's not supposed to be. And that's the thin line between love and hate. Is like, I have all these great memories, but things aren't the way they used to be. So you cherish your memories a little more because they're not the way they used to be. And they shouldn't be, and they won't ever be. And that's why memories are so valuable, especially pictures, because that encapsulates a moment of time that you can't get back. You can't even recreate it, because that's that moment. So when you're creating when you're ascending into a higher timeline, you always want to integrate your memories and your experiences and what you've learned from your past to bring in the things of the future, because it will serve you to your highest good. And I look so forward to the future. And I look forward to the future because I know that I've had some fun times in my past. We've all had toxic times in our life. And I'm not condoning that or even attaching to that timeline. I am saying, even if they were, or whatever they have been, it is time to begin again. And you can take those lessons, learn from them, and excel for your future, which is the highest exalted ascension process that you can take. So I really look forward to seeing you all flourish. I look forward to working with you all. I look forward to this newfound freedom that we all are going to experience with Pluto being direct in Aquarius, because your manifestations from a new moon in Libra while Pluto is direct in Aquarius, insane. That's an insane energy. And don't forget that Mercury did just go retrograde. I don't think I even realized that Mercury retrograde was coming up, but this is the last one of the year. So beware, your phone's gonna ring. It's gonna be some exes. It's gonna be some bills due. It's gonna be some family members. It's gonna be some stuff. But even while you're manifesting and working with that Libra energy, because though it is already Scorpio season, the energy body is still present, right? Even though you're working with that energy, just make sure you do it from a balanced point of view. That's the best thing about Libra season and the energy of a Libra moon, new moon. Any kind of Libra energy brings balance and beauty. So make sure you're taking advantage of that and making the best decisions possible, because we're in a new age and a new day. And it's important to appreciate that. So it is well, it has been well, it will be well. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. And the Infinite Guidance thanks you. And I pray that you have a marvelous weekend, a marvelous week ahead. And stay tuned for more updates. Ashe. Go in peace.